Hello, everybody, and welcome to an exciting episode of Those Natural Ones. As you can see, we are down a couple people right now. Chris will be here shortly. He got stuck in traffic. So as soon as he's here, he'll join us. Also, as you can tell, we have a complete redesign of everything. We went through a little bit of a graphic overhaul this week, completely rebranded our entire channel, and we got new stuff out. We got a website. You can come check us out at thosenaturalones.com. It's a real thing now that I spent way too much time this past week programming and coding, but it's all good. We have synopsis of the campaign to date. We have some character bios and player biographies and stuff like that, all there. So check that out. Oh, there's an issue with the thing. Oh, no, it's fine. Anyway, sorry, the vertical stream. Yeah, no, absolutely not. That was just a happy accident that it happened at the same time. I did just notice that the vertical stream looks a little wonky with the missing characters. There's like a picture back there that's not a full picture. I'll fix that by next week, I promise. Or I won't, because I'll forget. One of the two. But before we get started, we do have a couple quick announcements, starting with our next in-person sitting around a real table, rolling real dice the way D&D was meant to be played, will be next Friday, the 20th. So at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you tune in for that. Emery has a pretty killer one-shot, or not, I shouldn't say one-shot. It's more of a mini-series idea that we are starting. So I'll be playing. He'll be back in the DM seat. And more to come on that next week. Also next week, you're getting a full-on break from this campaign, both days, because Tuesday is our crossover event with the Dungeon Dunces. We will finally pick up on that Witchlight campaign that we did like 3 months ago and then didn't touch for a while. Yeah, we're finally got back into doing that. I just found out that Scott doesn't have audio. So Scott, don't say anything yet because apparently you don't have audio. So 1 minute. Now say something.
Hello.
Hey, there we go. All right. Audio is back on. All right. I've talked enough. Scott, it's your turn to talk.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I'm here as usual to talk about we have a Patreon. And like our website and all of our branding and everything, it's going to be retooled very soon. So please go check it out. We're going to lower the entry level a little bit. We're also going to give base level Discord access to anybody that wants it. We're going to add some badges and colors to the different levels. We're going to get rid of a lot of the merch and put some other benefits in there like hangouts and that type of stuff. Weekly sheets, we're going to lower the levels of early access to shorts and stuff. So there's a lot of cool things that are about to happen there as soon as I get time to implement it and we finalize what we're going to call everything. So please check it out. Changes to come. We're still posting as per our set right now. So patreon.com/thosenaturalones. Please check it out.
Thank you, Scott. All right.
Weekly shout out still exists. So once again, thank you, Lesson Flora Morlatt, for your continued support. That is also going to continue into the new levels. So
indeed. Thank you for remembering that. All right. So before we get started, I didn't play the thing. So I need to get that up and running while Cassandra talks about the other thing that's happening and tells everybody, well, it's not really a thing. It's an ongoing thing that happens. Tell everybody about what happened last week.
Yeah, that I'll do that while you find the end of that sentence.
He's getting there.
Someday. What is that thing that Chris always says? If you join our Patreon, we can afford to get a literacy program.
That's just speech therapy.
Yeah. Okay,
was a
so the
joke
group.
that I think predated you.
That is true.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Deep cut.
I watched the stream.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
It was a
All the chewing episodes and everything.
Our subscriber number hit a certain level that equaled the percentage of illiteracy in the world.
Oh,
so
God.
we promised to teach our DM how to read if we reached 30 patrons, which we still haven't. So Nick still can't read.
Someday.
Okay, recap. Sorry.
Okay, recap. Okay, so the group basically had a book club in the tavern with the tome of the Broken Loom. The Cliff Notes version is there was a poem about mesh. There's multiple entries that detail an entity called the Mindweaver Queen. There's multiple pages warning about a 7th fragment that's also not a fragment called Hunger. The forensic artifact retrieval team decided to go with Severin to Woldenburg to research the locations and decide the next steps. Also hoping to figure out who Kay is, who's leaving us all these notes, and where the cult went next. Gao and Duluth went back to the university because, we're leaving in the morning. And they wanted to check up with that professor guy who said that he was going to keep studying his mental image of Gao. And he figured out that the runes are not aligned, so they don't really make a whole lot of sense. Something needs to happen to get them to align. But Gao got triggered by the word sacrifice, and he had a vision of an Asmodeus cultist ritual going wrong. And it was like something older than Asmodeus claimed him first. Gao drank Red Bull and grew wings, but they were like funerary wings. And then the entity said that he was spared to stand as a witness. And then the guys decided not to talk about it at all and to go buy weapons and then get some ice cream. Meanwhile, Msada picked yet another fight with a gnomish shopkeeper who called security this time, and we almost got our asses beat. Then they stopped by the clothier to say goodbye to Niranad, and then the girls dropped by the Rat Bass to see the dealer about clearance shelf drugs, and that's where we were.
Fantastic. All right, before we get started, I'm going to see if this works. We got something special. I don't know if this is going to work or not, so we might be back in 2 seconds. We might be back in a minute and a half, depending on whether or not this works. We'll be right there.
Sometimes the fate of the world is decided by a single dice roll.
I am Dr. Parmbert Costicius Vernerlader.
Yeah, I'm ready to fight this mother.
He hired us to go scout out the cult house like the fake cops at the start of Home Alone.
Ooh. Oh, God!
Who broke my die? Did you touch my dice?
They haven't done their diversity training.
I had a dream like this.
I need to talk to God.
I think I'm doing a good job without the die, Nick.
I've got long blonde hair and I'm dressed kind of like a skater, but my mom still dresses me.
Helena would like to start tap dancing on the roof.
Natural 20, motherfucker!
Even if they are sexy as all hell.
This is how we do it in mesh. Hot, 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 hot. Hip and hop, hot, hop.
It says so right here on the map.
I have a staff with magic on it.
That was probably one of my favorite interactions in D&D history.
Our DM is so disappointed he had to evacuate.
I think we just won. We just won D&D.
Did we win the whole thing?
Yep.
All right, we are back. I apologize to anybody watching the vertical stream. I realized afterwards, actually they told me that, yeah, I didn't put in the vertical video. I just put in the horizontal video. So anybody watching the vertical stream right now, you were able to hear the audio from the video, but you weren't able to actually see it. So I apologize. I'll have that fixed by next week. All right. Anyway, It's time to get started. Let me get some music playing. That you just witnessed is our new advertisement for the campaign. It'll also be our kind of intro title sequence moving forward. And I'll remember to play it before we actually start talking next time. All right. Let me get some music. I think this will work. All right. So you guys just
Emery from our first professional, or for our first one shot. We are professionals.
Indeed.
We know what we're doing.
I wouldn't go that far. All right. So, you all bought drugs. That was, I think, the last thing that happened was buying more drugs. So we'll pick up from there. We'll see you all reconvene at the tavern. It's starting to get crest into early evening at this point, late afternoon, early evening. You had already talked to Severin, said that in the morning you were going to head off at first light towards Woldenburg. So, what are you all doing?
It's that following morning.
The following morning is when you are leaving. Right now it's still the early evening the night before.
Is everybody back from the drug buy?
Yeah, we'll say you all reconvene at the in the tavern.
We're done with the ice cream.
Done with your ice cream.
Oh man, that was good.
Oh my god.
Now, Doc, are you in the inn still?
Yes. I've just been inventing that whole time.
When I come in, I'll go up to Doc and I'll say, "Hey, I've been watching you and the things that you do. I think I picked up a little something." And I'll take out my map that he gave me, and I'll mimic what he does when he jumps, and I'll actually cast Misty Step and end up right behind Gal. See? I can do it too now. Isn't that awesome? And then I'll do the thing with the map again, and I'll cast Misty Step again, and I'll end up behind Doc. Look!
No. Stay still.
Now he farts.
That's such a cool trick. It could come in so handy. I really fully appreciate your mobility now.
It's good for the younger generation to learn the ways of those who are advanced in generation, and good on you for paying attention to your elders.
Yeah, I pay attention. And Scott's realized he hasn't been doing his accent this whole time. See, I got my eyes on you, Doc. I'm watching. I'm learning.
Oh, no. Oh, you've been paying attention, have you?
Yeah. As you can tell. I can't really do it. I think that's all I can do it for today, though. It's not quite as easy for me yet. I can't seem to, do it as much as you do, but I'll get there.
You're still pretty new to this, so by all means, keep practicing. Keep practicing.
Fantastic.
Anyways, did you and Gao find what you were looking for?
We found more questions than answers, as it tends to go. Apparently, there's no real translation. This, I don't know if it's a dialect or combination.
Mr. Vincent, welcome.
It seems that there's no direct translation to what's written all over him, so...
None that we've found yet.
Yeah, none that we've found so far.
Interesting. Right, well, at least for now, the search continues.
It's about at this moment that Severin comes walking in from whatever preparations he was making, stores he was visiting. He does have a large, sack with him that seems to be filled with... well, you can't really tell because it's in a sack. He walks in with this large, sack thrown over his shoulder, kind of looks over, and he's like, "Oh, good, you're all here." He kind of walks up and he kind of flings this sack down on the table as it kind of rocks in front of you.
Whoa!
Sorry. I've been out prepping for our trip. I've got rations and dried meats and some dried fruit and all kinds of I know the caravan itself has simple foods, but they get a little bland after a while. So I like to stock up on kind of nicer things before we leave. What have you all been up to? Is there anything? Are you guys ready to go for tomorrow morning?
I think as ready as we're gonna be.
Nick Hill, thanks, man.
I've been working on some things, and apparently so has Gal and Deloof.
Picked up some new skills. Tried the local gelato. It's fantastic, by the way.
Fantastic. That seems good. That'll be. I believe that'll be helpful in your journey to come. New skills are always a plus.
Gelato.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
This is an interesting flavor I've never had before. I believe it was lingonberry.
Oh, yeah. That's from the kind of northern provinces, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they mixed it with a little lime. It was quite refreshing.
Yeah, I believe lingonberry is popular in Olenia.
Oh, you missed my new trick. I think I might be able to do it again.
Oh, yes. Go and show him what you can do.
And I'll Misty step behind Gal again.
Oh.
Wait, no, are there girls there?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'll Misty step behind Elena.
Oh. Well, where did you think come from?
Anybody with a map, I can just pop out behind him.
I face step away from Deloof.
At least 3 or 4.
God, you're doing the same thing.
You all are turning into be a slippery bunch. Interesting.
This is the guy who can cast Cone of Cold?
One time, because I was nervous, it hasn't happened since.
Yet.
Of.
Give it time. I'm sure there's more you can do.
So is that magic? He kind of points at. Is that coming from your map? Is that how you're?
As I understand it, yes, I can teleport to the area surrounding anybody else who has a map.
Oh,
that's what I'm gonna do. That's what Deloof's gonna think until I roll enough insight.
That's,
now he just thinks
I'm gonna call it like a
day.
DC 20 insight check every time he does it. And
God.
until I pass that, he thinks he can only do it like Doc does.
So
incredible.
Is that something anyone can do, or is that a learned skill?
You pay attention to the doctor here, and you will surely be able to do it again. That's what I did.
That's
fount of Arcana.
That is definitely
awful.
something I would be interested in learning if time allows.
Just pay close attention, and I'm sure you'll pick up on it.
Yeah, Doc's just like a really good teacher,
Yeah, I hear that. Well, we have quite a few days ahead of us together, so maybe I can practice these. We can. Is there any other business that you all need to attend to, or that we need to attend to before leaving tomorrow?
Has anyone else been reading the Codex besides me?
Look, you have it. There's only one copy.
Yeah,
Doc.
we left it with you. You've been hogging it. You refused
I thought
to
you were
share.
smart.
And where have you three been?
Letting you have your sweet time with the Codex.
Hmm?
What
have you been doing, Doc?
Yeah.
You look like you've been tinkering around. I see your layout here on the table.
Oh, right. Everyone, gather round. And on
You're
the
already
table...
here.
I gather round again.
I better take notes. I might pick something up.
So on the table, there's two things that Doc's been working on. One of which is taken from the parts that he uses, or that he was using for the walking assistance device that he had. And it's been turned into a winged construct. And next to that looks to be basically a kind of like a disc that looks somewhat ceramic in nature, that has a bunch of magical script and glyphs all over it. Well, what I've been working on is I found a way to construct my very own familiar. Mechanical wonder, if you will. This one, very breakable. I need to be very careful with this thing. Can actually, if I do it just right, I can make this thing lift and fly with up to 100 pounds worth of material.
My.
Because we might need something to fly off and pick up 100 pounds worth of material.
That's fantastic. I hear in Long they have life-size companions, but mechanical companions, but I think they're for a different purpose.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I might need to take some notes.
Longians are very lonely people.
How's Doc over here making his own friends?
I know. We're not good enough for him, apparently.
Apparently.
I'm
we are kind of mean.
Let's be very clear. I'm making helpers. Friends, that's a whole other thing.
It's making tools.
Exactly. Finally, someone's paying attention.
I told you. I got my eyes on you now.
You got a star student over here.
That's right. And if all of you acted a little bit more like him, maybe you'd learn a thing or two. Now,
If all of us acted a little bit more like him, our DM would quit.
You're not wrong.
The meta-narrative there makes the Doc bleed from the nose for a second. Had an out-reversal thought for a second.
Did you get to the prunes again?
No.
When he's bleeding out of the nose, he just mumbles,
told you?
1.21 gigawatts.
Great Scott. And this thing over here, this ceramic disc that I've created and enchanted, is
Mixtape?
a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Severin's like,
Conceal that thing.
are we sure we want him with an explosive device?
No, we don't.
Now,
He made it himself.
let's be very clear. Of course, there is a secret phrase to activate the explosive.
I have this thought in my head of creating a roll check just to see
this campaign,
just to see whether or not, like, randomly the Doc accidentally says the word just in normal conversation, just without thinking.
You know what? That That sounds mean, but also funny as hell. But yes, this is what I've been working on, and in between working on these two things, I've been doing some reading. The book that I've been told that I've been hogging this whole time. And I believe I've noticed a pattern, not necessarily present, but absent from the book. There's a lot of things that it makes implications and takes into account, and I feel like I might be on the verge of an epiphany.
Elaborate.
Well, you see, an epiphany is a bright idea.
No, I know what an epiphany is.
You did ask for clarification, Helena.
You're right. That's my bad.
That's on you.
Would you like to tell us about your epiphany, Doc Parm?
Well, I can't tell you about it because I haven't had it yet.
You said you just had one.
I said I feel like I'm close.
I don't want to hear that from you.
You know, a good night's sleep might help your brain just put all those pieces together, so you should really just go to bed.
Yeah, do you need someone to, like, tuck you in?
No.
Do you make it up? Need your final glass of prune juice?
No, he doesn't. What do you want that bed to look like in the morning?
I don't have to clean it. And we're leaving in the morning, so I don't have to smell it either.
Everyone make a perception check.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Did you just poop your pants right now?
No.
And by no, you mean absolutely.
I feel happy that mine is only a 10 and Helena's a 21, so she gets whatever it is you've got cooking up.
You both get it because the DC's 5.
Oh my God.
I don't know what happened to my command bar, and tab isn't working.
So might have to double click your icon.
Okay. Perception.
Yep.
Hey, Duck.
Well, shit.
Literally.
You still get it because, again, the DC's 5. There is definitely an empty, finished off cup on the table, and you can only guess what I had.
God.
Hey, Doc, you're pretty old. I mean, one could say you're just ancient, really. I mean, basically dead, you know. I feel like every birthday is a celebration. So when is your birthday? I just want to make sure that we get prepared to throw a real bash.
My birthday?
I think we should celebrate you. And hopefully you'll have an epiphany by then.
Hold on.
I'm interested what your mother's maiden name might have been.
What street did you grow up on?
Yeah.
What is your childhood dog's name?
My birthday. You know, it's funny you ask. I forgot.
Doc. You're old, but you're not that old.
I'm sure it'll come to me. And all I know is that it is in the middle of the summer.
Ooh, that's now. Oh, I call over the waitress. Forget her name. I say, hey, It's this guy's birthday today. Do you have like a sombrero? Can somebody sing a song for him? Like, do you have like a piece of cake or something? Like, we got to celebrate this guy.
Oh yeah,
She
on the
walks.
house, piece
She
of cake.
just kind of looks over. She's like, I mean, I can maybe get him a block of cheese. That's about the best I can do.
That might help stop him up after the prune
No,
juice.
that's not gonna mix well with the prune juice.
That's counteractive.
One block
you'd
of
like to-
cheese,
maybe-
please.
If you'd like to clear out this entire place, go for it.
Maybe she wants to go home early.
Nothing is going to get between me and my cheese.
All right, I'll bring it over.
It's his birthday. You gotta let him have his.
I don't think it is. I think he's lying for the cheese.
I think
That does
Raya's
sound like
she's already
Raya's
left.
right. It's my birthday.
She's already left.
Yes.
I'm then going to
Is
lean
she
over.
bringing cheese?
I'm going to lean over to Duluth and ask, son, what's today?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, that makes two of us.
I'm also
Duluth is
wondering
gonna
if-
say it's burn 9, which is basically July.
She comes back over with this block of this like hard kind of white cheese. It's something similar to like a Parmesan, but definitely not nearly as nice.
Is it
Somehow
also a doctor?
this feels ironic.
Is it also a doctor?
It flunked out of medical school long time ago.
Oh,
This
It's
cheese
got-
didn't
you know
even
how-
get his degree. It dropped
Why'd
out
you
and
have to
started
drop out and start making
accentuating
cheese?
pasta or too early.
All right. Anyway, it's like, you know how Parmesan doesn't really mold, but it gets that like, well, I guess it technically is still mold, that like white kind of on the edge of it, so that you can just like cut off. You know, it's no big deal, but it's definitely got like a fine moldy powder on the eggs outside of it a little bit. And she's like, oh, it's fine. Just cut it off. Happy birthday, I guess. And just kind of like sets it down.
Is there a song or some confetti or?
well,
It's
if
not
it's
that-
Doc's birthday,
If you really want a song and confetti, you really need to go down to the bottomless butler.
that's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Yeah, we gotta take Doc to his favorite place and have him sing to him. They'll probably give him free shots or something.
that is the
Oh,
karaoke bar.
Wait a
We
second.
can't go back there. They
But
kicked
did
me
you
out.
get banned too?
Oh.
I asked for all I could eat, damn it. And
I cast silent image and just confetti is just falling off.
Hey.
whee!
It's really going to suck if you have a random combat encounter.
Happy birthday. Oh, I get to try out my new cantrip.
Oh, God, man. God.
And then I cut off a large chunk of the cheese and take the tiniest bite.
I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely strong, and there is a very, very strong that dirty feet cheese smell to it.
Does he smell that over his own dirty feet smell?
Is it reminiscent of beef jerky?
But you take a bite, and it's got some strength to it. But all in all, it's pretty nice. It's a little nutty, a little, but yeah, it's pretty high quality cheese.
It's a bit nutty.
Well, this has been
Thanks, Moore.
This has been quite the birthday. I think this might be the third one I've had this year.
So he is lying.
I'm sure it's fine. Well, I'm sure in the morning, the epiphany that I feel like I'm really close to having will happen. So, I will bid the rest of you good night while I nurse this cheese. And I just...
Like breastfeed it?
I
Hey, leave that book
slowly
here.
chomp on the big wedge of cheese throughout the night.
Leave that book here.
Yeah.
Oh.
You've had your
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
I leave the book on the table.
Good night, Grandpa.
Night, Doc.
Good night.
As-
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dang.
As the doc retires, and at this point, Severin, who was still sitting there throughout this entire thing, was like, "Oh, I'd like to. Oh, I guess we don't. We're not sharing the cheese. He's going to take the whole thing. Okay.
There he goes.
He's gone.
We can
All right.
tell them it's your birthday too, Severin.
No, that's fine. As few birthdays as possible, please. Us humans are not nearly as don't have the longevity of some of you other species. All right, so I'm going to call it an early night and go. I have a few more things to read before we head out tomorrow. So if there's anything else that you all need, you know where to find me. Otherwise, I will be in my room. And I will see you all first light tomorrow morning out front. And he kind of grabs that bushel and kind of hoists it back over his shoulder. Kind of wobbles a little bit under the weight of this massive amount of food that he's purchased for the probably about between 10 and 14 day journey, depending on travel speed and hiccups and all that. And he heads back towards where his room is. Gao and Imsada have also, because for the sake of, I don't want to RP 2 additional characters, they've also gone and at least made it back to their rooms as well.
Hi, Masada. I'm glad you finally came around on a team name.
Yeah.
Duluth, Helena, and Ryo, what are the three of you doing?
I'm hoping Duluth will act out some of the scenes in this book, and I will work on Imsada's robes while he does it.
I tell you, I am very concerned because, correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks like it's in the middle of the fucking desert again.
That could be the
Probably
place we
is.
already went to. You never know.
I don't remember 2 holes in the ground.
Well,
Would
I
you
mean,
remember that?
you were probably in some kind of fugue state considering how dehydrated you were.
It
So,
was
Right.
very dry. I hope this is something we can just skip this one. Perhaps
Don.
we can go on a side quest.
Like a swamp?
Yeah, that sounds much better.
I doubt it.
sounds muddy. I don't like mud.
I don't like.
Why not?
Do you want to describe that for our audio listeners?
I did the dried up dead frog on the sidewalk pose.
Oh, God. You just needed some water.
Doc's
He
just
needs some
spritzing the
milk.
dead frog.
Missed.
Clear.
For some reason, it's not working. Someone help.
I'm like a drink mix packet. Just add water.
Dehydrated
Extra
frog. Just like,
flavor.
It's not easy being red and black.
Anyway,
it's not easy being wet.
oh God. Ah.
Moist.
It's making me think it's time for my nightly soak. The wells are calling.
Is there anything actually that the three of you would like to do?
No.
I want to make sure we don't have to go to the fucking desert again. Can we just?
You can't
rip
make
this
sure
page
for
out?
anything.
You can't destroy the book.
If you do rip it out, just keep it with you, like in your prison
I'm on
pocket.
that.
Don't like eat it.
I can't. Do you think we're gonna have to come back to this desert? Is there another desert on this planet? I haven't done like
For
the
you,
desert
I'm sure
tour.
there will be deserts created everywhere.
Yes.
Roll me a history check. Dleef.
Okay.
And even his name sounds like bubbles popping.
18.
This recently, in the past, like maybe 2 years, the orbit of this planet has drastically shifted closer to the sun, causing the entire world to become desert.
Oh Lord.
No. So you don't know of any other major deserts on the planet. There are a few savannas, but those are a little more habitable for you. Specifically, a smaller, decent sized one that kind of borders Hanto and Sosha. And then there were a couple savannas in like the southwestern section of Mesh. So, but as for large deserts, this is kind of
because
the one.
It specifically says below the dunes.
Oh, it does.
I think
Those could be mossy swamp dunes. You know what they say? Don't borrow problems from the future.
I lost my
Just focus on the now. Be mindful.
God damn it. Chambers hidden beneath the sands. Look right there. Sands.
They probably mean
I
like
would-
sand from a sandbox.
I would love the rest of my life to be sands. Okay?
Do you want to die before we go
can't
back to the
there
desert?
again.
You're gonna have to.
It'll be okay.
I hear there's enchanted.
We'll get you another.
jugs
We'll
that
get
can
you another
create
camel.
liquids.
Ranch dressing.
I don't know about ranch dressing, but I do know that they can create elven drinks. I believe.
So your plan is to just get drunk if we have to go back to the sand?
I don't think you can get drunk on nut milk.
Depends on how
Not
old
with that
it is.
attitude.
Nut milk has now become an aperitif.
They do have that phrase that you hear all the time, milk drunk.
Bailey's. That's that elven cream.
Can introduce them to Bailey's, but a bit bigger.
Yeah, but Bailey's is spelled really pretentious.
There's like an H in the middle, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
BL.
H apostrophe LAY. I don't know.
Bailey's.
it's like how these
Bailey.
it's like how these millennials are like writing the name Haley now and
Yes.
Kaylee and all of those.
So
Aren't you
if
a
your pinky
millennial?
just springs
I
out.
am, but that's why it's okay for me to say that.
You're gonna go all the way with the LEIGH.
Yep.
Eventually we'll all just go to bed.
All right. So we're just going to go to there since apparently there's nothing else we're doing right now. So you'll eventually at some point in the evening find your rest. Pretty uneventful as the night takes you. The next morning, The next morning, you all wake before the sun, gather your stuff, don your travel attire, and meet out front. As the sun is peering over the horizon, and those first strips of light start illuminating the square in front of you, you see the caravan start to pull up. You see Severin walk out with that giant satchel. He's like, "Oh, right on time. All right." The coach, the not wagon, but whatever you want to call it, pulls up in front of you, and he, opens the door, kind of heaves his bag inside, and then he goes to the driver. There's about 4 more trunks in my room, if you wouldn't mind having some of the guards go get them. And he just kind of nods and waves over 2 of the caravan guards, who walk in and start loading in Severin's luggage. He kind of turns around to all of you. He's like, "So, same thing? We all cramming together in my coach?"
Might as well.
Fantastic. It is about 450 miles, so it will take us roughly anywhere between 10 to 15 days of travel to get there. There is one main stop along the way. We'll pass by kind of 2 other towns on the way there. One is about 100 miles. Then there's another 100 miles to Elir, then another 100 miles to Tysic. And then after that, it's pretty much countryside along the river until we get to Woldenburg. So we, same kind of situation. We'll just kind of camp at night and drive during the day. We are exiting the desert now, so temperatures will be significantly lower. But we'll probably make it to Tysic, and then, or I'm sorry, not Tysic, that's the second one. We'll make it to Elir and probably rest for a few days, and then same thing in Tysic. Probably a little longer in Tysic due to the fact that we'll then be traveling for 250 to 300 miles after that. So, if you're all ready, please grab your stuff and let's get moving.
Is that Captain of the Guard guy coming with us again? He was baller.
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
What was his name?
Boromir?
Was it Boromir?
No, it was not actually Boromir. Oh, shit. I had his name and I don't know where it was. I lost his name. All right, anyway. He should be coming. Yes, he's kind of head of security for the caravan, so he'll be coming with us. As you look, you see that this caravan is significantly smaller than the one that you took across the desert, but it's still a decent size.
Perrin.
Perrin, thank you. Yes, it was Perrin.
Perrin
Delesh, yes. Significantly smaller, but still a decent sized caravan. Probably about a dozen or so wagons, carts, and the camels, however, are gone and traded in for horses as you are leaving the desert.
Boo. Boo this man. Boo.
This will be more of a mostly a little bit more temperate, a little more comfortable maybe for Duluth. Temperate, kind of deciduous forests most of the way. And Woldenburg itself is actually inside of a small rainforest. I say small, it actually takes up the majority of that peninsula right there. But in compared to what you're used to in the swamps and rainforests and mesh, it's significantly smaller. but Woldenburg itself is inside of a rainforest, so, or at least on the edge of a rainforest. So definitely be a significantly more comfortable ride. However, Orbach sits inside of like the savanna kind of edge of the desert, and you'd probably be in that for at least the rest of the day before transitioning into more forested areas. So anyway, that's a long-winded reason as to why they switched to horses. So as you all load up, and you do see the guards, probably, a dozen or so guards kind of take their positions throughout ahead, a couple trailing, and a few scattered throughout. The caravan does start making its way. We are looking at travel speed of roughly about 20 miles a day for a standard pace. 20 miles a day would get you roughly just to the edge of just exiting out of the savanna into more of the forested landscape. So, before we do our roll for the day, is there anything that you guys want to accomplish on that first day?
Me and Gao are going to be practicing his loot.
Fantastic.
He's got to work on his fingering skills. Get those more nimble. Build up some calluses.
Raya's going to do the same thing as last convoy. Her typical travel fare is to work on her clothes that she's making and to gossip with the convoy people and to make friends.
Fantastic. Anything from the doc or Helena?
No, she's just gonna kind of observe everyone.
Have an epiphany.
You have an epiphany?
Yes.
Like actually this time, or?
Eureka! I think.
You think?
There is, like, from all of the reading that I've been doing, there seems to be at the center of this some sort of queen. And this loom seems to represent her plans, her idea for what she wants to change this world into. And it would seem throughout this entire thing that we are rarely accounted for, and when we are accounted for, it's in a way that refers to us in afterthought. I think in this loom plot of woven fates, we might be the loose thread they haven't counted on.
That's your epiphany, Doc?
Is that an
It's
epiphany?
my epiphany. It's my epiphany that we are the key to unraveling whatever nasty business this queen has in store for this world.
That sounds more like an assumption.
What makes you think she's got nasty things in store?
Yeah. You stunned him silent.
I guess. He's got a solar charge.
I'm going to collect evidence and present my case soon.
What are you, a lawyer now?
He's a lawyer like he's a doctor.
Going into fields of study does require at least a dissertation before you can achieve your master degree.
What's the name of yours?
Ley lines. The key
Sounds
to
made up.
magic? Well, everything is made up until it's established.
All right, well, you go work on your epiphanies. You're doing great. We believe in you.
I see this
Good job.
placation and it's not going to stand. Do you hear me?
You're just angrily doing that.
Shaking
to
his
us.
fist at
yeah,
the sky.
shaking his fist.
Mhm. I'm onto something.
Yes, you sure are.
You got this.
You got this, Doc.
Also, we cannot be called fart if we're going to continue traveling.
What do
We're
you
not-
have against
We're the
fart?
forensic artifact retrieval team, not fart.
If anything, you're the
Absolutely
fartiest
not.
one here.
You might be the fartiest one I've ever met in my whole
Yeah.
life.
So
Yeah,
what do
Mr.
you
Prune
have
Juice.
against? Yeah, what? So what do you
We-
have against our team name?
I have against our team name that we ought to stand for something more than a nasty smell in the wind.
I believe that's like half of what you do.
What happens in my tent at night has nothing to do with
And,
our team name.
And my room, if you will remember.
Was I in your room?
Anything.
Yeah, first night in the inn, you just crashed on the floor next to the fireplace, remember? I was watching fucking fireworks all night. I didn't know you could fireball.
If anything, Doc, you should feel flattered that we're naming the whole group after you.
Absolutely not. This will not stand.
You're the old
It will
fart
not
in the fart
linger.
group.
We are not fart.
All right. So as you continue, somebody make
Before we
me-
leave the town, I'd like to have a whispered conversation with the innkeeper where I use my new feat and I instill the seed of the idea of the forensic artifact retrieval team into the consciousness of this town. Yes, Fart was here.
Oh my god! I already regret giving you that. Okay, so you
And they
do.
were amazing.
All right. Somebody flip a coin. Roll me a d2.
I'll do it.
Fantastic. That's 2. All right. Now I need you to roll me 1d8 and 1d12, please. That is 12. All right. Finally, roll me 2d4.
2d4.
Ominous.
This is like one of those cootie catchers.
Yep, it is.
Oh my god.
3. Fantastic. All right. Good. I'll remember that. Go ahead and continue your conversations while I get a couple things ready.
Do we have to?
Yes.
All right.
So
Not calling it that. We're definitely not calling it fart.
And who's gonna stop us? Because you seem to be the only one who's against it. Because we got Msada on our side.
I
Did
will
ya?
leave.
No, you won't. Sounds fake.
I begin to leave.
I reach out and grab him.
Right. About all of those teleporting powers we all have. I teleport behind Duluth. We're not doing fart.
That's the wrong area you want to be in if we're not doing fart.
I will make you pay for it. Besides, the Loose Thread is a much better team name.
Is it? Kind of makes us sound like we're insane.
Are we not?
Well,
TLT.
I'm not.
I'll
I don't
say
know
it's
about you guys.
it's better than saying every time we go into a town that yes, we are the gas that passes between butt cheeks.
Okay. What about the inconsistent thread?
Inconsistent thread?
Ah, tit.
That way, whenever we show up, people can say just like that, ah, tit.
Ah,
No.
there's the tit. You saying you don't like tit?
Now hold on.
Maybe he's more of a blue-footed booby kind of guy.
Oh yeah, you a booby man.
We're turning this into a tit thing now.
Or a booby one, who knows?
There's
think
always the
we-
cult lair infiltration team.
Yeah, that one too.
I think we can sound a little bit more professional than
I
a
don't
very
think that description applies at all.
As you all are having this conversation, you feel the caravan halt, like screech to a halt. Still in the savannah, still probably only, we'll say you're about 2.5, 3 hours outside of the town. As it stops, Severin kind of like stops and he's like, hold on, let me see what's happening. He steps out of the stagecoach and walks off. A few minutes pass and he comes back and he's like, it seems like there was an incident. Looks like some people. I don't know.
for the love of just shoot us straight, Severin.
Okay. There was one of the caravans in the top, or in the front. It looks like something. Vines grew out of the ground, grabbed the wheels, and then 2 people ran up and jumped on top, cut a couple of the straps, and took some of the luggage and ran off into the desert or into the wilderness. We lost quite a few supplies.
Anything important? Like a bucket?
Yeah, they did take a bucket. They also took a lot of food, a lot of our rations to get us through to the next town.
Ruffians.
Oh, this is an outrage. We can't stand for this.
How long ago was this? Do we have any chance of tracking them?
I mean, it was only a few moments ago. I mean, potentially, you guys might be able to.
Let's go. After them.
Let's teach a lesson to these starving ruffians.
Yes.
Are you all heading out to see if you can find the bandits that took the supplies?
I mean, how long till we could restock? Like,
Let's see. It was roughly about 100 miles, so 5 days.
I don't like people
5 days.
jumping out of the woods and stealing my shit.
Who's Delesh?
My camera's all wonky.
Who's good at tracking?
That would.
You have a ranger.
Yeah, that would probably be
Yeah.
the ranger.
Yeah.
All right, Helena, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
The
I
wind
bet
is
Gal would
definitely blowing
stay
that
to
way.
protect Severin.
Oh boy. Not great.
That sounds like
11.
Gal.
11. It takes you a little bit of time, but you do find a path. You can see kind of deeper imprints where it looks like they jumped off of the top of that coach or the wagon or whatever. And you see kind of long strides out towards the desert, past a few large boulders. Are you heading out that way?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Let's be wary. This may be a trap. I think it's probably just starving bandits because they didn't take anything important, but snatch and grab.
As you head out, it does take you probably about a good, probably 15, 20 minutes to catch up with them. And you find yourself in this kind of almost box canyon style area. And you actually get them kind of trapped in this corner. You see 4 individuals, 3 kind of scrawny looking humans with kind of ragged clothes and clubs on their side. And then you do see one that is dressed in kind of not nicer, but a little bit more put together rags, brown and kind of reddish, almost terracotta red color, with a large, like long gnarled staff that looks like it's been made out of some sort of like sun-dried wood around that they picked up on in the desert. Kind of look over at you.
Ruffians?
They kind of look over at you and like, what do you want? Why did you follow us?
I do believe you have some possessions of ours.
They're ours now. We took them. It's the rule of the desert.
Back. Well, you gonna give them back, or we're gonna take them back?
You heard him. Hand it over.
We need these more than you do, and we're willing to fight for them. We're willing to die for them.
That's certainly your choice, but it doesn't look like you're in the best condition. Perhaps there's some type of an arrangement we could come to. We need to be able to eat through this.
We have people that need to be able to eat as well.
Well, they're not gonna have anything to eat if y'all don't make it back.
They're not going to have anything to eat if we give this back either.
What do you guys think?
Or are you?
What did you say?
I said, how poor are you?
It's such a rude question to ask.
Yeah.
Don't go around asking people like, how poor are you?
Poor enough to take any opportunity we can.
You have exactly 1 chance to make 10 gold.
What good is gold in the desert? Are you going to eat gold?
You could.
How about you take 10 gold and you take your asses into town and buy some food?
I can't possibly have lifted more than 10 gold worth of food, Doc. I feel like you're going to be the losing end of this bargain.
Where is the town that you expect us to go spend this 10 gold at?
I
I'm
point
sure you
back
could
to where I
find
think
one.
town is, and I say, "It's back that way."
Did you say towards a fake town?
Where he thinks
where I think the town was that we just left.
Make a survival check.
Oh no!
Can I help, Doc?
Did you say they're all bunched up into the back of a canyon?
They currently are. They're spread out a little bit, but here, let me actually go ahead and.
That was almost
14.
a net 20.
You're pretty close to where it was. They're like, they kind of look confused, and then the one that has the slightly nicer robes and staff, the one in the back, kind of looks up and is like, it would take us too long to walk there, spend this gold, and carry that food back. We have ones that would starve before we returned.
How far away did you say your family was?
Far enough.
Well, honestly, that sounds like a you problem for deciding to live in the middle of nowhere.
We decided nothing.
That's a good point. So what put you in these straits?
And that is for us to know.
Being quite cryptic for someone who could possibly need help.
Yeah, for someone who's trying to convince us to let you keep the stuff that you stole from us.
At this point, you do see one of them start slowly backing up towards the canyon.
And they each have like a sack of supplies?
Make a perception check.
I don't know where my mouse is.
Where was your mouse?
Not
boy.
great.
Oh,
5.
They're all held. You see them all with sacks over there, or holding sacks.
We need to make
Do they
sure
look
that
like the
it's
same
anything important.
kind of sack that Severin had?
They look like sacks. They're carrying sacks.
Are they hairy?
Damn it!
Anyway,
Listen, I don't want people to starve.
We need to make sure they didn't take anything important.
Yeah.
We didn't take an inventory before we ran after these people.
So, just ask them if we could see what they've got. And if they've got like a bucket, we can get it back and then they can have the food. That seems like a good enough deal.
Yeah. Can you show us what you took?
make a persuasion check.
Me.
Okay.
Yeah, you were the one
Who's
who
doing it?
asked.
Me, right?
Helena. Helena.
Helena, right? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
At advantage because we all want her to succeed this so that we don't have to fight people who potentially are just trying to feed their starving families.
Yeah.
I feel like one of us needs a hold person in this situation.
You know what? Fine, you can have advantage.
Being very generous.
Oh,
Better.
that was better.
17. The one that appears to be kind of like the leader kind of steps forward next to the other two. The other one kind of takes a couple steps back again towards the back of the canyon. And you see the one say, "Why should we trust you? We clearly took from you. Why And you just want us to show you what we took?
Look,
Oh, listen,
we're
I can
trying to-
answer this one. We didn't buy the food. It's not our gold that bought the food. So we don't care about the food. If you want to feed your starving family, like, fine. We just need to make sure that you don't have, like a bucket or something else that we need.
Bucket. All of this is over a bucket.
That's just an example.
buckets can be very important.
Buckets are life-saving.
Yeah.
Kind of. What assurance do we have that if we show you that you won't ambush us while we are least expecting it?
What assurance do you have that we're not going to ambush you right now?
We could pinky promise it.
I mean, we could have attacked you quite a few sentences ago. Or we could have just come in swinging without talking at all. You literally stole from us on the road.
I'm going to hand him a pocket taco.
I'm going to need to see that on your character sheet.
No.
It's wrapped up in her fucking handkerchief, okay?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh, no.
We just came from town. I think it's an assumed thing Raya has a pocket taco.
Kind of glances back towards the one who's kind of inching towards the back of the canyon. Valen, show him. And he kind of stops. And this human with very like leathery, like sun hardened skin, dark hair, kind of slowly walks forward. You see the one in the middle kind of extend a hand, and you know what? No, she's not going to do it yet, but just in case, kind of extends a hand out and waves him forward. And as he approaches, he kind of lifts the sack off of his shoulder, throws it down on the ground, and it kind of spills open a little bit. And you see like apples and dried meat and some loaves of bread, a few jugs of, you can assume, water or wine, one of the two. It is all food in that sack.
But there's other sacks.
And she just kind of like nods towards the other ones, and the other ones just like lift their sacks over and they're completely empty. And she looks and she's like, only one of us needed to get out of here.
I'm going to rummage through my pack and pull out that magic water skin that we got in the temple. And I'm going to hand that to her. And just say, enjoy your food. But also this will make whatever water you find, even if it's mud, purified and drinkable. Seems like it would be really helpful out here.
She kind of looks at you and she's like, oh, thank you. She kind of takes the water skin from you and kind of takes a step back and is like, so is that it?
We got a good enough look to make sure it's just food, right?
Make a perception check just in case.
I mean, Severin could stand to miss a meal or two, Mr. High and Mighty Rich Boy.
Oh, shit.
At advantage because we're all trying to perceive.
Oh my God, stop. From what you can see, all you see is food. From your vantage point, all you can see is food. It's a lot of food.
You're not wearing any like gray robes or anything?
No.
Just to make sure, As I am attuned to the thread wrought blade, there isn't anything that would make the sword react right now, would it?
It's
Okay.
so you're attuned to that. So this is actually the quietest it's been since you've left town.
Okay, so
Because you've
no
been
humming.
traveling with Severin's stuff, and all you've heard in the caravan and in the carriage is just this.
Oh God! Someone left the TV on again.
The sound reminds me of home.
Widget.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, they just kind of. So is that it?
Yeah, while you are enjoying that food, you just make sure you tell everybody it was thanks to the kindness of the forensic artifact retrieval team.
The loose thread.
Just kind of looks and kind of nods over at Valen, who kind of quickly grabs everything back up and hoists the sack on his shoulder and starts. She just kind of like waves him off, and he starts going back towards that corner of the canyon. We have many people who will appreciate this, the kindness and generosity of your group. Probably not the name, but at least I heard you. I'm refusing to repeat. So,
loose thread.
As the other three start backing and following, the main leader doesn't quite take their eyes off of you. They kind of walk backwards a little bit, still slightly hesitant. And as they approach you, actually, go ahead and make perception check, the four of you.
Is that 2 natural 20s?
Yes.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Duluth and Raya, both with natural 20s. Parm and Helena, you guys don't really notice anything. You notice that as they go back, they seem to kind of almost turn a corner that you didn't quite see was there and disappear. Raya and Duluth, you actually see a little bit clearer. They turn a slight. There's one section of the canyon right there that's almost got a little protrusion that sticks out, and they kind of walk towards the edge of that, and then almost disappear through the stone itself. And you've seen illusions enough to know that there's something is being hidden back there.
Yeah, that's like the wall we threw the sending stone through.
Yeah, very similar.
Do we want to check it out, or do you want to go back to the caravan? I mean, I would assume they're just hiding their starving people.
Yeah.
That's true. But if they got somebody that can do that kind of magic, I wonder why they're in such bad shape.
Right, because they could make the illusion of food, which would definitely fill their tummies.
You know, I can make illusions too, and that ain't the only thing that I can do.
It'd have to be a serious magical plebe in order for them to just do wall illusions.
You want me to stealth up to it? See what I can see? You want to give it up? And go tell Severin that we did not find them.
I am curious. I feel like we did a good deed, however, and did not murder these people.
A quick question to the DM.
Yes.
Would the area that we are holding this negotiation that we're located, would that count as a natural formation?
Yes.
And using my new feature, Leyline Intuition, I'm going to ask a structural question.
Okay.
Is there something important missing in this location?
Is there something important missing in this? That's tough.
Your answer is truthful but abstract.
Right. No, that's fine. I'm just trying to define important, basically, because
within the context of
this question. Because
Nick, you're gonna have to adjust cameras in a sec.
Is Chris coming on?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, right before we go to break. Perfect timing. All right. Let me think about that, and let's go ahead and take our break.
All right.
So we'll do your spiel when we get back. So give us like 10 minutes, and we will be right back.
Sometimes, the fate of the world is decided by a single dice roll.
I am Dr. Parmbert Costicius Vernerler.
Yeah, I'm ready to fight this mother.
He hired us to go scout out the cold house like the fake cops at the start of Home Alone.
Ooh.
Oh, God!
Who broke my die? Did you touch my dice?
They haven't done their diversity training.
I had a dream like this.
I need to talk to God.
I think I'm doing a good job without the die, Nick.
I've got long blonde hair and I'm dressed kind of like a skater, but my mom still dresses me.
Helena would like to start tap dancing on the roof.
Natural one. Motherfucker.
Even if they are sexy as all hell.
This is how we do it in mesh. Hop, 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 hop. Hippity hop, hop, hop.
It says so right here on the map.
I have a staff with magic on it.
That was probably one of my favorite interactions in D&D history.
Our DM is so disappointed he had to evacuate.
I think we just won. We just won D&D.
Did we win the whole thing?
Yep.
All right, we are back, and we are joined by Chris. As soon as I find your camera, where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, God.
There it is.
All right, so, Doc, when we left, you were asking, is anything important missing here? Which is tricky because the definition of important changes. I would say, for the sake of this, there's not anything missing, so to speak. No.
In that case, the doc thinks nothing of this place.
So, are you letting it be, or are you poking around?
I'm content to let it be.
You feel like peeking in there, Ryan?
I mean, if I had a big starving community and the only way I could feed them was thieving from caravans, I would also want to keep them hidden. I vote we just go tell Severin we didn't find them. He could bring his hoity-toity ass out here if he would like to double-check our work.
Well, my thing is that they've got a magic user in there. Or access to magic. But I guess they didn't take anything important.
If you want me to, I'll go look.
I mean, I really want to peek.
I have a 17 on stealth.
Are you going then?
Yeah.
All right.
Just up to the door.
All right. So you walk up.
Put my hand on it.
You walk up to this little kind of notched out corner. You think you're being pretty stealthy, but you are also in broad daylight in the middle of a fucking canyon. So there's that as well. You walk up and go to put your hand on it, and your hand just kind of passes through some form of illusion.
I step through?
You step through, and you find yourself in a dark cavern. However, the illusion is see-through on this side. It's one-sided. So you still have a little bit of light, or the light from the canyon itself coming through, that's lighting up this initial space that you walk into. You walk into this space, and it's, as you walk through, you are met almost immediately with a wall in front of you, probably 4 or 5 feet in front of you, and then an immediate right-hand turn into a dark tunnel that kind of descends at maybe like a 45 degree, or probably shallower, probably like a 20 degree slope downward. It seems to go on,
information back to Duluth in my head.
It seems to go on for quite a while. You can't really see the ending of it, but you do. A couple spots you do see flickering of torchlight on the walls of this slope down before it does eventually kind of curve off to the left slightly, so you can't really see any farther.
Is there any evidence of the people that we just saw go through?
You see footprints, and they do head down towards there. You actually go ahead and make a perception check.
Also.
With a 17, you see way more footprints than you expected to see in the dust and dirt here. It looks like this is a heavily trafficked pathway. You don't hear any sounds. They seem to have gone quite a bit away from you, to the point where you can't really pick up their footprints or their talking or anything.
You said it like goes down and then it curves?
Yeah, it goes down and then it curves slightly to the left. So between the angle and the curve, you can only see it. God damn it. Horst Mac.
I didn't do it.
What's up?
Hey, Frogman. Keep going. Go to the curve. See what I can see.
Come back here. Come back here.
All right, I go back.
One other thing.
And when she's back.
Hold on. One other thing that you do notice while you're in there that I did forget. With a 17, you actually notice almost like a glowing blue energy from the ceiling above you that seems, and you look and you see almost barely there, and you like literally, if you would have rolled one less, you wouldn't have seen it. But you see a carved glyph into the ceiling that seems to be almost projecting some kind of magical energy, probably causing that illusion of the wall.
All right, I go back to the group, communicate that. What do you want to do, Duluth?
Okay, a couple of things occurred to me. One, we kind of interrupted a supply gathering at that other temple.
Real quick, Horsemack, if you would like a complete and detailed synopsis of the entire campaign, go ahead and go to our website, thosenaturalones.com, and go to the campaign section. I believe it's called the Loom. Go there and you can see at least the summaries of each episode up until now. Anyway, continue.
Okay, so a couple of things occurred to me while you were snooping around in there and relaying it back. One, we just recently interrupted a supply transfer at that cult place. And if these people are desperate of food and they're living in a temple covered with magic, there might be a connection. The other thing that I realized is that there are at least 2 places in this book that this could possibly be an interest to. That sandy shithole that I pointed out earlier. And then this other place called the Temple, the Ritual Temple Beneath the Lesser Ridge. DM, does anything about the landscape around here resemble what I've seen in this book?
Which page is that on? The
62. I'm going to guess no then.
Let me double check something real quick. 62. Oh, wait. I forgot I had Beneath the Lesser Ridge Ritual Temple. Not really. Not from what you see out there. The landscape doesn't quite match up.
Okay. Could be another entrance, but those 2 things occurred to me as reasons that we might want to check this place out. What do y'all think?
You can mark it on the map. You always look a good excuse to go back out into the desert, don't you?
Just
Yeah,
blank face.
I'd say we could maybe come back.
Suppose we can mark it and remember it just in case.
If we don't believe in serendipity, we'll just go on.
Oh, for the love
I
of...
offered to go down the hallway. You gotta make a decision, guy. Do you want us to check it out or do you not?
I mean, I'm kind of saying that I want to check it out, but I'm one person here.
Then check it out.
Hey, I'm gonna go back down the hallway.
All right, you're gonna continue down the hallway?
Yes. With a 21 this time.
Fantastic. Is anybody going with her?
I'm gonna go.
Not Doc.
I'm gonna go like
Widget.
I'm gonna
Poor
stay.
guy is
I'm
having
gonna
to
go
put up
with
with the
her,
most
but I'm gonna
difficult
stay.
part imaginable.
Oh my god.
Okay, you're going, but you're staying back. All right, go ahead and roll me stealth
I'm
anyway.
gonna be like 30 feet back.
Fantastic. Anyone else going, or is it just the 2 of them? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
It sounds like it's just the two of them.
Yeah, I'll keep watch.
All right, so the three of you stay outside in the desert, or in the sun, and the two of you continue down. Raya ahead, Duluth kind of hanging back about 30 feet. Raya, you make it down to where this tunnel kind of curves slightly, and as you approach you can see farther along this tunnel it continues to go back. It curves slightly, but it's not a drastic change, so as you approach just more of the tunnel appears out. You get to that edge and you can see forward probably another 75 to 100 feet. There are a few torches along the side. This entire tunnel is probably 4 to 5 feet wide and maybe like just about like maybe 6.5 feet tall, kind of curved on the top. You can look probably about about 75 to 100 feet forward, and it seems to just like black, almost like if you're looking into a tunnel that's opening into a larger area, how it just kind of looks like a black void at the end.
Hear anything yet?
Make me another perception check.
And
don't hear anything yet. You do hear no, from this angle you wouldn't really hear anything.
are there any more of those markings on the ceiling?
With a 10 you don't notice any.
They're glowing. Continue on, Duluth.
Might as well.
All right, we're continuing on.
You make
Whisper
it
to her, stay next to the wall.
as you approach. You do notice that black void is kind of it's not necessarily a void so much as it is the tunnel opening up into a larger cavern. You realize now you're like deep within that canyon wall that you were in. You look around and it's a pretty massive cave system here, a pretty massive, like almost ravine in here. You see that you're standing on or near the edge of this drop that goes down probably between 150 to 200 feet. Switchbacks kind of below you as this pathway curves, makes a 90-degree right hand or left hand turn, and then starts going down a series of switchbacks towards the base. As you look out, you can't really see the other side of this cavern due to the vastness. You see kind of bioluminescent plants along the walls that are giving it almost this like kind of light teal glow throughout. You hear a waterfall as water rushes down, and you can see off to your right hand side, you see water coming out of like almost like a hidden river on the side, like just an opening in the side of the rock wall. And this waterfall drops down the probably 150 feet. Mist starts coming off of it, and you look down and you can just make out a pool at the base of this waterfall, which feeds into a small stream that continues off to the left as far as you can see. As you're looking down, as your eyesight follows this down, you start seeing small, potentially like huts at first, kind of dotting the side of the river. These, from your angle, very, very tiny little, like almost like ramshackle little shacks. And then your gaze continues down and you start seeing ruins of a larger settlement. You start seeing some of these ruins are starting to be rebuilt slightly, but with like loose wood or stone, probably more stone in this environment, being pressed up against these kind of crumbling buildings.
Hey,
Through this,
Helena?
you see little small, what look like almost ants to you at this height, as these creatures kind of move back and forth between the river and the different buildings there.
Helena, you've traveled all over this place, like all over the world. I mean, you're the most traveler person I know. Have you ever seen
What's the
any
range
plant that looks like this?
What's the range
1 mile?
of
1 mile?
1 mile? Wow. Okay, never mind.
Have you ever seen anything like this? And I'm going to describe to her the bioluminescent plants on the walls.
Can I do like a history check?
Sure.
Or
Nature?
History or nature, your choice.
let's see.
Nature would be more if you know what it is. History would be have you seen it before.
Oh.
Let's do nature then. 15.
I mean, you've heard of plants that thrive in the deep places of the earth, or the Thessia, whatever. You know of like bioluminescent plants that thrive down in the depths that have actually been cultivated by certain races that live in the depths, such as the drow, the deep gnomes, the Durgar, and other denizens of the Underdark. And while you don't believe that they would have ventured far enough to be considered in the Underdark yet, it's possible that maybe some of these plants have been relocated to help kind of lighten up this interior space.
Hey, Helena, what do you think? I mean, we've come a ways down these hallways and we haven't run into anybody, and the people that we do see still look pretty far away. Do you guys want to catch up, or do you want us, like, Duluth, what are we thinking on this party line?
Also,
Sorry, I was talking to Masada.
Speaking of that, hold on. You do see about halfway down the switchback is that group of 4 individuals that you followed in.
Yeah, we'll come just in case something happens.
Can you tell Doc to actually try to stealth, or if he doesn't want to try to stealth, then he needs to just stay behind?
I relay that to Doc. So are you going to stay put, or are you going to come with us? Or, well, yeah, come with us.
Stealthily.
Or else.
Stealthily it is.
All right. Gao, are you coming?
Oh, did Severin die already?
Not yet.
One can only hope. He does have the guard captain with him, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you do fanboy.
Yes.
Yeah, if you insist.
All right, let's go, crew.
3 of you roll stealth. I'll go ahead and roll it for him.
And Sada would, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you all miss pass without a trace?
Yes. Very
we're
much.
not. We're not.
Imsada is her normal stealthy self at a 7.
Oh my God, Doc got a 19. Doc took it to heart.
I was so distracted by trying to make sure that Doc was being stealthy that I did not stealth very well.
All right, so that is a 7 for Imsada, a 12 for Helena, a 19 for Doc, and a 7 for Gal. As the 4 of you start heading into this tunnel and start wandering down to meet up with the other group, the other 2. The 2 of you, as you're standing there on the edge of this precipice, kind of looking down, suddenly from behind, you hear Gal and Imsada just kind of like, "No,
I've been through the desert on a horse with no name."
Hey, Gal, we're supposed to be quiet.
Oh, are we here already?
But luckily, everyone else, they weren't completely terrible rolls, and you're far enough away that nobody seems to take notice yet. As you all approach the rest of the other 2 who are standing, and you all are now standing on that same kind of precipice and looking over this vast subterranean ravine.
It's so pretty. I kind of wish I had my water skin so I could drink it.
You gave that away.
It was being nice.
Well, they're definitely not concerned that the people that they just had a confrontation with are following them.
What happens if I pick a flower?
I mean, let me reiterate, you're not it's the water and the foliage
they're
is
far
not
away.
Yeah. They're on the bioluminescent plants are growing up the side of this ravine, and you can see them down on the ground. That's 150 feet below you. And the waterfall
Guys,
is
I really
quite a
wanna pick a
ways
flower.
to the right.
Should we keep going? Does anybody recognize this place?
No.
Not this place specifically, no.
Do those ruins look... I don't know.
Ruiny?
What's important? Or do they just look like broken down houses?
Go ahead and make me a history check. Mr. I went to college. Apparently you didn't go to that college.
Fuck's sake.
That's a 4. I mean, you're also quite a ways away from them. I mean, you're about 150 feet in the air from them, and they're probably a good, 100 to 200 feet from the base of the wall that you're standing on, cliff that you're standing on. So it's hard to get an idea from where you're at.
We see anybody else down there? You said they look like ants. Right?
Yeah, from this, I mean, you're basically like standing on the top of the Empire State Building looking down, and you see movement down there. A few, probably maybe from your angle between the stream and the little shacks on the side of the stream, maybe a dozen or so individuals moving.
Well, do we keep going? I'm all up for causing trouble, but I don't.
I mean, we're this far already. Might as well.
Yeah, but here's the thing, is that if we keep going, they're going to notice us, and we have no idea how many people are there.
Well, I guess ultimately, what is our end goal here? Like, are we just trying to figure out if they have a more powerful magic caster since we have like the illusion stuff, or what?
No, I just feel like we have been talking about these strange forces that brought us
Yeah.
together, and we've found this book about all these ruins and magical bits out in the world we're supposed to find. And this group just happened upon us and then went in a magical cave. So I figured we probably should check it out.
With the magical waterfall and really pretty plants.
That's true. I just
Doc has already gone further in.
take a mental image.
All right, if you're starting to head down, go ahead and roll me another stealth. Oh, that was so close to a natural one.
Close.
All right, so that is what, a 9 for the Doc, 21 for Raya, 18 for Duluth, 11 for Helena, 14 for Gal, and a... Ooh, let's go, Imsada. That is a 23 for Imsada. All in all, pretty decent. Doc starts shuffling down and kind of shuffling his feet a little bit and kicks a couple small pebbles down the before the rest of you kind of like grab him and kind of pick up your feet. And the rest of you start kind of going back and forth down these switchbacks. Keeping your distance far enough, I'm assuming, so that way not to be seen by the group that you encountered outside.
You know, it's actually in the situation that Doc is going to unveil a new cantrip.
Oh, I thought you were going to take more drugs.
Don't tempt me.
We could take our drugs together, Doc.
The new cantrip on their silent sanctum.
What the fuck is that? Where did that come from?
Anti-fart thing.
Eberron.
Oh, Eberron, of course. I haven't looked at all the Eberron stuff yet.
Yeah, it's a 5-foot bubble around myself. The sphere muffles sound in both directions. Creatures outside of the emanation have disadvantage on perception checks made to hear any sounds from within. But also creatures within have disadvantage on perception checks made to hear anything outside the bubble.
Fantastic. All right. So are you guys going all the way to the bottom?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. As you approach the bottom of this, these switchbacks, the path, as you're coming down the last one, going from left to right. If you're looking at a top-down image, you're going from left to right, and then it kind of curves out slightly towards as it descends the final few feet out towards the cave bottom. You find yourself in this kind of rocky cavern terrain of this like gray stone. Down here underneath the sandstone above, you see a few of those, quite a few of those like bioluminescent plants, almost some that look almost like large mushrooms, other that look almost like cattails or some other like decorative grass style plant. Kind of creating a sparse border to this pathway that kind of goes down in towards that stream. The waterfall itself is quite a ways to your right at this point, probably, well over 100 feet to your right. Probably closer to like 200-300 feet to your right. So the sound is not deafening, but it's still definitely present, causing everything just to sound a little more muffled. The pathway itself goes probably about 30-40 feet before turning left to run parallel along the stream. These bioluminescent plants, as well as a few other plants that seem to be thriving off of the light given by those other plants. Deloof, if you stood all the way up, these plants would probably come to your right underneath your eyes. So you all are able to at least kind of crouch down and use those for cover as to not be seen by anyone that might be near. What are you doing?
How far away from the huts?
The huts are going to be on the opposite side of the stream, and probably like I said, you're probably about 20 feet from the stream, and a few of the huts are right there across the stream. The stream itself is maybe 6-7 feet wide.
Can we see if there's anyone, like any activity of life in the huts, like people milling around, lights in the windows?
Go ahead and make me another perception check.
I'm trying to see those ruins.
19?
19. You do notice in one of them, you see outside of the hut itself, there is a few, what appears to be like almost like ramshackle fishing rods with lines cast into the stream. They kind of seem like they've been there for a while, almost hoping against hope to eventually catch something that might survive the fall through that waterfall, or maybe something that's thrived in the small pond at the base. You look and you see there is torchlights in that cabin. And every once in a while, as you're looking, you do see kind of like a shadow, like something walks in front of the torchlight and blocks it from the window there for a second, or the doorway for a second. The other cabin next to it does appear to be dark. There's no sign of anything inside or moving currently inside. There's really only the two right there before moving further down. Deloof, you said you're trying to get a look at the ruins.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
I'm looking for.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Like I said, the plants and bioluminescence here is right about eye level of you. So between that and the glow from it being right there in your face, it's kind of hard to see anything past it.
Oh, I poked my eye on a stick.
You're glowing, Deloof.
Widget, I am glad you understand my frustrations. So, are you guys continuing? What's your plan here?
All right, gang, is there a plan?
We never started out with a plan. We were just trying to figure out what's going on, and so far we still don't have what's going on.
For all I know, Severin could be dead already. I think we should return.
How far away from
Arnon?
the ruins are we?
You know what's going to happen is we're going to go back to Severin, and we're going to tell him about this place, and he's going to be like, oh, but they have some artifacts there. Why don't you guys go check it out?
And that's the same voice, too.
Almost word, like, exactly. How'd you do that?
I'm practicing what Deloof. I'm watching Deloof.
Yeah.
Deloof is watching the dock,
As
and
this-
I'm watching Duluth.
As this conversation is having, Doc, all you hear is. You are full on Charlie Brown.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I can't make heads or tails of what they're saying. But they seem to have stopped.
Actually, that only lasts a minute, so unless you were continuously casting it.
I'm continuously casting it.
Okay, fantastic.
Guess he's not going to be able to mist you, Duluth.
It's all right.
There's
It
a
is-
stream right here.
I mean, and you are in a cave. It is probably a nice 50 degrees in here. It's caves are shockingly climate controlled.
Very moist. Very moist in this cave.
As I am seeing that they're discussing something, I'm going to keep going in.
All right, you continue. Now that you're on this flat land closer to actual potential civilization, I don't know. Go ahead and roll me another stealth check, everybody.
Don't you?
I mean, I do, but I don't know exactly how to describe it.
Good Lord.
Oh, Scott brought the big die tonight.
Did you get another
still
nat
got-
one?
No.
Still got some stick in my eye.
Oh, good.
Raya got a 23, Duluth got a 9, Doc got a 10, Helena got a 12.
We're just really quiet.
Oh my God.
As far as
Sada
we're
got a
concerned.
13, Gal.
Let me re-roll it. I don't think it's popping up.
We love you,
There it goes.
Foundry. Gal got a 15. Okay, everybody pretty good. You all feel significantly stealthier this time. You continue down this pathway, probably another. I think I said that the ruins were from the base of the cliff. The ruins were about 150-ish to 200 feet out from there. Is that your goal to make it to the ruins, or are you following the 4 individuals?
Can we can see the ruins from here?
You can start making. I mean, you saw them from up above. You can see they're out in front of you on the other side of the river or stream, whatever. A little ways up, you can see kind of the shadows of them. Not enough to make out any details between trying to sneak through these plants and the distance and all of that, but you know where they are. Yes.
Well, there's only one way the map's going to be made complete.
All right. So Doc wants to go to the ruins. What are the?
So does Duluth.
All right. Well, luckily enough for you, the 4 seem to be heading towards those ruins. You make it up probably another maybe 75 to 100 feet. And I'm assuming you're walking off of the path if you're trying to stealth, you're trying to walk through the whatever sparse foliage is here. Like I said, it's not thick by any stretch of the imagination. It is very thin. It is, glowing, but you're able to kind of sneak down and at least pass through and feel more stealthy than you would if you were on the path itself. So you go forward probably another 75 to 100 feet before the path kind of turns slightly right, and you see a small, rickety wooden bridge that goes over this little 6 foot wide stream. As you look out, the water in this, I don't know if you've ever seen an underground river, but it's immaculately clear. And in that you can look down and see that the stream itself is probably only about somewhere between 18 inches and 2 feet deep. So it's definitely not And in that you see maybe a couple little like polywogs or tadpoles kind of, but maybe a couple minnows, but no like anything significant as you're looking.
How stable is this rickety bridge?
I mean, it definitely looks like it's been there for a while, but you did see the 4 people ahead of you cross it, and it did like kind of clunk, 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 clunk a little bit, but it didn't collapse or anything.
Just to be sure, I'm going to use my Tinker's magic to make a mundane item. And this time it is a grappling hook.
Okay.
Just in case something happens with this bridge.
Let him cook. That 2 feet of water is deadly.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I think swimming is a little bit past my time.
It's 2 feet deep.
I said what I said.
All right. Fair enough. Are you...
He's now Tiny Tim from Men in Tights.
Stand up. Did you mean Little John?
Little
Yeah, that's what I
John.
meant, Little John. I said Tiny Tim, didn't
He
I?
doesn't have, he's not deathly ill. I mean, he might be deathly ill, but
After almost drowning, he is.
yeah.
Humbug.
And that actually was the Kevin Costner Robin Hood.
Oh,
That scene.
God.
Yeah.
No, it's Men in Tights where
They might have done it in that too, but they absolutely did it in the Kevin Costner. He hits him off of the waterfall, and he's like, I can't swim, and he's like, do you yield? And he's like, yes, and he's like, stand up. Okay. I know because Erica loved that movie when we got together, so I watched it at least like 3 times.
Yeah, Men in Tights spoofed that scene.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress. Are you crossing the bridge, or are you finding another way?
Grappling hook in hand. I'm going to cross the bridge.
All right. You cross the bridge. For the sake of brevity here, you cross the bridge. You are able to continue towards. You do see the 4 individuals kind of disappear into the ruins themselves. You're able to kind of approach the ruins. You find yourself probably about, we'll say for the sake of this, probably about 30-ish feet away when you first get your first real good look at the ruins. You notice this city, town, settlement, old, very old. You walk up and you see the remnants of what you can imagine once was a stone archway that spanned across this path that you're walking in, half collapsed. So you have like the left pillar and then a slight arch upwards. And then the right half of the archway is completely collapsed down to maybe like 1-footer stone still left. You look in and you see, actually everybody make a perception check as you stand at near this entrance. Oh, that's another natural 20 for somebody.
of course it's
Doc.
It was me.
All right. Raya with an 11, Helena with a 12, Doc with a natural 20, Gal with a 21, and Duluth with a 14. All of you can see that in this area, you do see a few dozen kind of stone buildings in various states of disrepair, some of which have been patchwork repairs done to it with small bits of wood or stone that have you can tell have been found somewhere. None of it matches. Some more like tan stone from up on the surface has been used to kind of build up some of these walls. Others have been built up with almost like large pieces of what appears to be almost shale, and leaned up against parts of the building that have disintegrated or collapsed, to make almost like a lean-to on top of. Almost every building in here seems to be kind of without a roof, which, I mean, can kind of make sense, and you don't have to worry about weather when you're in a cave. Gal and Doc, you two notice before anybody else, there is still about a dozen people kind of meandering through the side streets here. Throughout this entire area, you can see maybe between 40 and 50 buildings in various stages of disrepair. And probably you see maybe like 24 people. Probably less than that. Probably about, 15 to 20 people moving throughout. In the center, as if you would continue this pathway past the arch through the buildings, you can see where they're in the center of this. I'm going to use the term town. It's more of almost a settlement. You can see what appears to be an old stone well. But the wooden cross beam where the bucket would hang has collapsed.
Just one well?
There's just one well, yes.
Looks like we have a crowd ahead. This place is more populated than I suspected.
Also, Doc and Gal, you notice right past that well, the well seems to be in a small square, and past that you do see one building that's significantly larger than the rest. Almost like some sort of building of importance. It might have been a tavern, it might have been a temple, it might have been like the seat of power for whoever was in charge here, the governor's estate or something like that. I use that term loosely because who's going to govern a 50 building town, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A large, more important building that seems to be in better condition than the surrounding buildings, and also the parts of it that have collapsed, seems more care has been put into kind of mending that area.
Do I see any kind of religious iconography?
Not from here, no. There's nothing on the outskirts or the outside of this building.
Well, at this point, I don't know that we could necessarily sneak around this town without somebody noticing us. Do you want to continue into this town and introduce ourselves, or avoid the risk altogether?
I mean, we've already given them, willingly given them stuff. So if we try to say that we're here trying to see if they need anything else, or if we can maybe get them a steady supply of things, do you think they would believe that?
Or they could see us as an external threat that followed them.
I'm going to poke my head in Doc's bubble and say, how's that sword doing?
I do something akin to what samurai would do, where they just pop the blade out of the sheath just a little bit.
Which it makes just the slightest bit of a shing.
Shing.
But
no
The bl-
hum.
The blade is
anything
not
like
humming. No, the blade is not currently humming.
that. Okay. Nothing of that nature seems to be down here. Are we going in? Have they decided?
I really want to see in the in this room.
Just tell him yes. We won't know.
Now, I will say there you could still potentially like skirt the outer edge of this settlement as well. You wouldn't have to go directly into it. You could always go around it if you wanted to. But if you're trying to get, more information about it, you might have to actually go in.
The people that we see, are they all dressed like the four that we had the encounter with?
More or less. I mean, they're in varying stages of just like rags and attire of the like disenfranchised and all of that. You do see some with like ripped tunics and kind of torn breeches. There's a few that are in clothing that has been kind of roughly hemmed and holes have been fixed, but using thread that is completely inaccurate for the work that they use. And basically just like everyone is kind of piecemealed and hodgepodged together.
Are they all pretty skinny?
They appear
Or are
to be.
there any with
Yeah.
extra weight?
Doesn't appear to be. No, they all appear to be pretty skinny. You see varying races, humans, gnomes, elven, all in here.
That seems weird.
Just to get a lay of the land, because there's only one way this map's going to be complete, I'm going to go around to survey the whole area.
Okay. And I mean, it's pretty, like I said, it's a pretty small town. It seems, or settlement. I'm going to use the word settlement because that seems more fitting.
Yeah.
You have basically the one main pathway that goes through with that central square right there. You do have a couple small alleys that kind of cut between buildings, but everything seems to be set up on this one main thoroughfare. As you crest around to the back, you do notice that this pathway continues, and it continues past for a few hundred feet before it starts approaching. It starts approaching almost like the back wall of the cavern, and you can just make out that it appears to almost go down into and disappear into another cave and continue down further. But as you turn around, you do notice if you get to that other side, it's not quite as far of a distance to that central courtyard, that central like town square.
Okay. Yeah, unless anyone came with while I was doing that surveying, I will come back and tell them the layout, as it were.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a the path. The path goes all the way around, and then goes a bit further beyond towards the back of this entire cavern system, but seems to go to another path that goes even deeper.
Now I am truly enticed.
Maybe we should try the big house before we go any further.
Doc's maps, they fill in as we go.
They not only fill in, they give you the precise location of every other map holder.
And you did not give one to Severin?
Nope.
Ugh.
Is there any? I'm gonna look at that map. Is there any pattern on that map that looks like a road or a hidden path?
A hidden path, like on his map?
Yeah, I'm stuck on some of the language in this book.
You don't really see anything that would be considered a hidden path on his map. No.
Everything's kind of out in the open here.
On the map, at least, yeah, that's what it appears.
Yeah.
In any case, these people don't seem, at least at an initial glance, to be a threat.
Well, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Look at this, and I'll point to page 86 of the unmarked roads. There are roads that do not appear on maps, not because they are secret, but because no one remembers to record them. They are walked by mourners, by the newly freed, by those who have outlived their names. Such roads always lead somewhere important, but never where you intended. I feel like something brought us and these people here. That is why I'm so interested.
A loose thread, if you will.
I don't think that applies at all.
Well, there are no artifacts down here. So
I'm going to pull on this loose thread and I'm going to unravel this whole thing.
I mean, we're not going to get any answers just going a couple of feet and then stopping and discussing whether we should go back. Either let's commit to going.
Well, I'll go
figuring it
dock
out.
to the building.
I'll go
Say
with
that
you
again?
guys too.
What are you doing?
I'm going to go check out the big building.
Are you just walking there, or are you still going to try and stealth through the town?
I think we'll try
I
to.
got a nat 20 on stealth. Or
Fantastic.
29.
I'm
All right.
just walking.
Are you seriously just walking?
I'm going to go ahead.
Yep.
All right. Doc's just walking in. I thought that was about to be another natural 20.
Oh, God.
Raya and Deloof both are stealthing. Helena
We
is
all get the
stealthing.
fantastic stealth rolls when Doc decides to just walk.
Of course you do.
Gal's on the same page as Doc. He doesn't
All right.
see these people as a threat, so he's
Everyone
just walking
else
with Doc.
is stealthing really well as Gal and the Doc walk into town. The other four of you kind of hide in the shadows of the buildings on the edge. As you start walking, as the two of you start walking in, you see this this kind of frail human woman with very pale skin and almost white hair, carrying this kind of makeshift like wicker basket that seems to be woven from that same bioluminescent reed-like material, with some cloths inside of it, kind of step out of one of the buildings looking down at the fabric, the bundle, and she looks up and sees both of you and she's like, oh my word. And starts kind of like backing up slightly.
Hello.
By the
Who might you be?
by the keeper.
The keeper.
Don't mind Skullface. He's
Looking over at the Dragonborn that's standing next to Skullface, you see her visibly start shaking slightly and taking a step back. It's like you see that she is literally like seconds away from just like screaming and running away. Are you doing anything?
Gal's just staring at her, waiting for an answer. Being creepy.
I'm going to say, we mean you no harm.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage because of creepy gal.
Yeah, that tracks. A dang.
7. You just hear her.
I tried.
You just hear her scream, drop the basket, and run back towards the center of town. And she's like, "There's people here, intruder. There's somebody here."
There goes that.
That doesn't mean we have to get out of the shadows.
As a few moments or like literal moments pass before probably 8 slightly larger but still very malnourished people run out from different sections towards all of you and kind of start doing, or towards the two of you, I should say, and start doing like a semicircle around. And right in the middle is that same, the one who I called the leader of the group upstairs, the female elven figure with the somewhat, probably the nicest robes, or I say robes loosely, the nicest rags out of this group. And as she steps forward, she just lets out a big sigh.
I'll tell Raya to stay back, and I'll walk out there with those two.
Are the rest of you here as well? She just holds her hand up towards you with the other staff. Is there a reason you followed us?
If you don't mind, gentlemen, we couldn't help but notice when you left. You walked through a magical wall, and as I gave you our name earlier as a artifact retrieval team, we were very interested. And then we came down here and saw these ruins, which we happened to very interested in, given our profession. We unfortunately we tried to not intrude, but that didn't work so well. Apparently, my apologies.
Make me a persuasion check.
That's an 18 with my handicap.
Not bad. She kind of, you can see her physically almost relax slightly. You're interested in the runes. Are you?
Yes.
Are you followers of the Keeper as well?
I'm not familiar with the term the Keeper, but have you heard of the Queen or the Loom?
I have not. You have not heard of the Keeper, also known as the Keeper of Thoughts. He is.
Does he also the Washer of Thoughts?
God damn it!
Roll initiative.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The Keeper is the one who saved us. He brought us from darkness into this area. The Keeper provides.
I don't. Does anybody remember a Keeper reference in this book at all?
I will tell you right now, you're probably not going to find one.
Okay.
Shepherd, but
Well,
not a keeper.
I'm whispering to Riot and Helena in my head of what she's saying. Can I roll history to see if I recognize this keeper?
Sure, go for it.
Anybody?
Can Gal help him since he's probably
Gal,
familiar
absolutely.
with religious history?
Sure.
So do we both roll or?
Yeah, I'll have in this case, I'll have you both roll, either history or religion, whichever one.
Okay.
I got a 15.
You have never heard of the Keeper of Thoughts.
Is a 17.
You are very well versed in the deities and all of the, and most major religions, and you as well have never heard of any deity referred to as the Keeper of Thoughts. She kind of looks across to both of you. I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
I just said I'll just stick with what I said already, that I was unfamiliar. Keeper.
The Keeper brought us.
Gal kind of leans into the loose ear and whispers to him, I'm not familiar with this Keeper, and I'm quite familiar with a lot of religious types.
The Keeper has led us here as our spiritual guardian, the one that we devote our lives and our work to.
Does the Keeper reside here? Or
If you would like, you can.
Spiritual entity.
We have our shrine to the Keeper, which was here when we showed up, when we were led here. As far as I know, this is his holy space, but as it comes to a physical being, no, he is not physical. He is all around us. But we do have a visage of him that we were led to. If you would like to, you can
Do you
come.
mind if we check that visage out?
Absolutely. There's a statue of him in our temple. Please come with me. Kind of waves, and she kind of let's go ahead.
Is the way she's leading us? Do we pass by the well?
You will, yes. She's going to go ahead and look around.
And I'm just going to whisper I have a connection to all three ladies.
She's going to go ahead and look around, and she's going to be like, you can invite your friends out of the shadows. We mean you no harm.
I'll tell them that they've been seen and have been invited.
She walks over. Are the rest of you joining then?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The rest
As
of
she
you,
leads us there, Gal wants to stop at the well and
Okay.
look inside, see if there's
All right.
anything unusual about it.
it's a deep, dark well. You can't really see the bottom of it. You don't see, like I said, the crossbeam across the tops has dry rotted and collapsed long ago. There doesn't appear to be a rope or a bucket. If there are, they're at the bottom of the well. Yeah, it definitely has not been used in a very, very long time.
Yeah, Gal, you're always trying to figure out how money is used. I feel it's pertinent to tell you that, if you flip a coin down in the well, you can make a wish, and that wish is obligated to come true.
I have a feeling
DJ Widget, this is not the Wicker Man.
more than the well.
Oh my god.
So this
He's the keeper of the bees.
This elven woman kind of takes you towards that larger building. You see like 3 or 4 stairs that go up to a large stone double door. Actually, no, it wouldn't be stone. It would be like almost like a onyx, like a black ebony. Ebony is the word I was looking for, like an ebony wood. That seems to be, if you were to place it, it is significantly newer than the building itself. As she pulls open the door and invites you all in, what you see is a large temple-style room. Large in comparison to everything else around here. Significantly smaller if you compare it to temples on the surface. You walk in, and this temple is a long, straight room with a few benches throughout. You see this kind of violet rug that is half, that's faded, worn, with spots that have rotted through, leading down between these rows of benches. You see imagery painted almost. It looks like these denizens down here have figured out a way to almost harvest that bioluminescence from the plants around here and turn it into pigment. And with such, they have created these imagery across that you can't quite make out yet. There's images of what appear to be like humanoid figures in various states of like prayer and possibly giving different my brain's not working right, like offerings of things to whatever this keeper of thoughts is. As you approach, you continue looking past these and continue your eye line down that carpet between the rows, and at the end of the building you see a dais about 4 steps up to a solid stone dais, and on that dais in the center you see a large, probably 20 to 25 foot tall statue that barely fits in this building. A robed humanoid figure, kind of, flowing robes around the bottom, tight around the top. A hand outstretched with what appears to be like a crystalline ball holding inside his grasp that's outstretched. You see the emblem of almost like a skull as a belt buckle around the waist, and this bald head humanoid looking up towards that crystal with 4 tentacles dripping from the bottom of his chin.
Oh, hell.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and call it for the night. So, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for sticking with us. Before we go, Emery, we didn't do your spiel earlier about where all they can find us. So, if you wouldn't mind throwing that in now, if your brain's still working, that is.
No, yeah, I've still got it. For those of you who watch the show, like the show, have decided that you'd like to stick around, you can always continue to support us by tuning in every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube and on Twitch, and eventually those other platforms where we will double or triple their viewership. You can interact with us on Facebook, on Threads, on Blue Sky, and on Instagram. I don't know why I almost forgot Instagram. Those of you listening to the audio-only podcast version of our show can continue to find episodes of our show wherever podcast episodes are spread out into the universe. And if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you are given a free Twitch Prime subscription to give to your favorite Twitch channel of choice. Why not choose those natural ones and put some of that billionaire money to some actually good use? Whatever you do, do remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and make sure that when you do, you hit all, so that way you never miss an episode. YouTube has a new feature called Hype, which I believe you get 3 hypes a week. And each hype that you give to an episode does increase our visibility. So please consider going back and liking some of our episodes so we can build that hype and more people can join the party. Also, like a lot of people did tonight, by all means, sound off in the comments, join the live, share, tell your friends. Any and all engagement helps us out a ton.
Thank you so much, Emery. All right. And remember, next week, join us on Tuesday for our crossover with the Dungeon Dunces, continuing our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign with the great Alex Arcana as the DM. And then also on Friday, join us for our monthly in-person sitting around a real table, rolling real dice the way D&D was meant to be played, with Emery as the DM for our new mini-series, Legacy, I believe is what you were calling it?
Leverage.
Leverage. Thank you. I need to update the website.
Yep.
Thanks for that. All right.
Speaking of L words, don't forget to send your lewd fan art to ludemery69@gmail.com. That's ludemery69@gmail.com.
That is not a real address.
It absolutely is.
It's a real address.
What?
And you should absolutely send your art there because I will look at it. I mean, Emery will look at it.
Fantastic.
We all will.
All right. So
You'll make sure everybody looks at it.
I'll look at it if we change the team name. How about that?
thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Where hopefully we won't roll a nat 1 figuring out what happens to us when we leave a carnival.
Have a fantastic, fantastic week.